Welcome back to day 21 of the 30-day coding challenge. Today, we're going to be building this job filtering site. If you're new here, hi, my name's Zoe. I'm a software engineer and former university professor that loves teaching folks how to code. If you're interested in learning how to code and joining an affordable bootcamp, check out that first link in the description below. But without further ado, let's hop into day 21 of the challenge. Alright, so as you can see here, the design is pretty simple, straightforward. We're not going to spend a lot of time on the design. What's important here is really the filtering. So you can see that we have these different job titles. You know, we have the company, the like logo, things like that. But then they have all of these different sort of tags, I guess you want to call them. So front end, senior, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, full stack, etc., etc., etc. And the reason these are important is because in the design, when you click on them, it actually filters the entire list for these particular tags. So let's go ahead and start building that out and get this show on the road. All right, so the first thing I want to build, or the first thing I want to take a look at actually, is the colors. What colors are we working with here? What's the background color? Things of that nature. I think yeah. We've got the app up and running. Also, the design is going to be, where is it? This is the design for this project. And it's actually one of the free designs from Frontend Mentor. So if you want to follow along, you can definitely do that for free. I'll leave the link to that down in the description below. And as usual, using the Material UI Next.js TypeScript starter. If there's another language or combination you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section down below. All right, and so yeah, the app is all started. I've gone ahead and dropped in the data.json file that we're going to be working with, as well as the images that I've gotten from the starter files as well. So taking a look at the data.json file, I think is probably just as important. So if we look here, it's an array of objects that have an ID, company, logo, and then roles, levels, and languages. So I think based on the design, we're going to be kind of focusing on roles, levels, and languages for our filters. So that's just something to be sort of cognizant of as we're building this out. So first things first, let's hop into the app. I'm going to clear out some of these default stylings. And I'm going to set that background color. Did I grab it? I'm going to set this background color to, let's see. Maybe this one here. Let's try that. So body, HTML, color. Oops. Okay. Cool. Let's give it a refresh. And open up the page. Cool, looking good so far. All right, so we have the background color. I'm guessing this is some sort of image that we have there. So let's see if we can drop that in on the top there. Let's take a look at our images, see if we have it in there. Background header, desktop. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be that. So I'm gonna copy that path. I'm just gonna drop it in as an image from next image. Header, image, width, 100, height, 100. Then we're going to set the style to be width, width, 100 view width. Oops, not 11, 100 view width. Cool. Awesome, and looks not too bad. The other piece, oh, I guess maybe there's a background color there as well. So that's just the top. I guess there's some sort of like, yeah, this I guess is the background color. Interesting. Okay. The other piece is that we don't want there to be any margin. So we'll say margin 0. Cool. So let me see if I can, I wonder if I can set a background color on an image. I think we can. Background color. I think we did that. There. Perfect. Okay, awesome. So we have our background. Good to go. Next step is we want to basically just create one of these like boxes, these cards, and then we're just going to map through our data, and we'll only have had to build it one time. So let's create another component. Okay. Folder components. We'll say new file, job listing. TSX. Cool. And so within the job listing here, I'm going to make this a client because I have a feeling we're going to be using a lot of state in this. So yeah, what we have here is we have an image, we have this sort of like left section of data, and then the right section of the tag. So I think I'm looking at it as like they're going to be two sections, and then within those sections we'll break it down a little bit further. So first section is going to be with our image. We're also going to take in a bunch of props here. So we'll say image source is a string. What else do we need? Company string. Actually, we can just borrow. We can borrow pretty much all of this here. Oops. Get rid of ID. We don't need that. We'll do company string. We can call it logo. Logo string. New and featured. Yeah, we do want those. So those will be Booleans. Position. Yeah, that'll be a string. Role, also a string. Level. Post ad. Do we need that? Okay, we do need that. I'm assuming we probably need all of the data except for the ID. I actually might need the ID, to be honest. Cool. And those are our props. So we'll pull all of these in here. Oops, get rid of that. And again, if you're not using TypeScript, you can skip this bit. But just having everything typed correctly will make our lives a whole lot easier. Props. Good. All right, we should be good. Try not just formatting it. Okay, weird. Oh, maybe it's a special word. So new job. New job. Yeah, it might be just because new is like a kind of special word. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna make two boxes. And that outside box, that's going to be our larger container. It's going to set it to a display of flex. And then we're going to say justify content. We want to set it to space between so that they separate. And then within the first box now, we're going to have our image. So we're going to take import image from next image. The source is going to be the logo. The alt is going to be, let's say, company. And then the width is going to be, let's see what that is, 88, and the height is going to be 88. We'll start with that. And then next to that now we're gonna have a little sort of typography situation here. So we'll say typography. So it's gonna be photo snap or whatever the company name is. So we'll say company. The color of this is going to be this. Font weight, we got 600. And then we want to have these two like optional, new or featured. And so if new is true, also show this. So we'll say so this is going to be like an inner box. So if new is true, show, let's do another typography element. Let's say new. And then we'll say, oops, color is, is this. Font weight is, let's say 600 as well, 600. And the color is going to be white. Good. That's one. Second one is going to be featured. And pretty much the same thing, except this is going to be the background color. And we also should have set the border radius. I'm going to say 1 rem. Cool. So those are those two. And then also we only want to show it, say, if new is true. So say new job. And we only want to show this if it's a featured job. So featured. Okay, cool. So that's that first row. Second row, we want the title. Nice and simple. Fill is going to be this color, bold 22. So that's going to be the, what is it, the role or position? Position, that's going to be the position. Position. And then color, right? Okay, looks good. And then bottom part here, we're gonna have three different, sort of three different indicators, I guess, of status. So I'll make one more box down here. Good, and then what images do we have here? Okay. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 3 typography elements. One is going to be posted at, contract, and location. Those are the 3. So posted at, and then I'll just go ahead and style 1. It's going to be pretty similar. So size 18. And the color is going to be this. And then I'm just going to make 3 of them. Post at, what was it, contract and location. So it's a contract and location. We're gonna save those 3. Yeah, that looks so far so good. So let's start with that. I want to go ahead and try and map through our data real quick. So, oh, you know, I didn't even style the outer box, just kind of left it and just assumed it would work. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's style the outer box just slightly. So background color, white, padding 2 rem, border radius 1 rem. Cool. And now let's map through the data. We'll say import data from data.json. What is it? dot/data/ oops. So importing data from data.json. And then we're going to map through it. So we'll say data.map for each job. We want to go ahead and return a job listing. And we're going to pass in all of the props, all of the job props. And then the key is going to be job.id because that is unique. New job. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change this new to new job. Great. Tools. Oh, okay. So now it's just telling me I have an error in terms of the type. So I'm going to say this could be an array of strings or just an empty array. Okay, cool. And that seems to fix the issue. Perfect. All right, so then if we go to our page here, we're starting to see that starting to show up, which is pretty cool. I think, yeah, we definitely want to make some modifications, but so far so good. One thing I want to do on the page here is I want to actually wrap this in a container. Container. Just to keep it a certain size. We'll say max width is going to be large. I think, yeah, that should be good. Good. And then we'll say margin, maybe 0.5 rem, maybe 1 rem. Okay, and then we need to fix this. Which box is it? Yeah, this box, we'll say. Make that a flex box, perfect. It's not looking too bad, actually. Say padding, 0. Good. We'll add a little padding there. We'll say display flex, align items to the center. And then for these, let's see, this is the left box. So I'm going to say flex 0.5, and then justify content space between. No, that's not going to look great. All right, let's not do that. Let's do a margin. Margin right 1 rem. That's why it's consistent across all of them. Good. And then this box is all the text. This box is the company job, that first line. All right, cool. We'll say okay. Wonder about the second denominator. Let's just give it the margin. Good. And then do the same thing down here. And then for position, we'll say So by focusing on putting the style in the middle element, I'm just avoiding putting it on every other element as many times. And then oh no, that's not the one I want. We'll say line item center. Good, and that looks pretty decent, you know? The next piece I want to get onto now is the logic. So if so for the sort of these like little squares, we want to decide how we're going to loop through them. So that's going to be in this box here. This is the tags. And how do we want to do? I think I'm going to start by making a tag. It's just going to be that little box. It's going to take in it's going to take in a tag, and it's going to, actually that's going to be a typography element. Should be a typography element. Oops. Typography element with, should be really a button, I think, actually. Button. And then the color of the text is going to be this. I think it's actually probably like 0.5 rem. That's probably going to be the rem all around. Oh, we should import. We'll just change this to button. And I probably could just leave this as a client component because we're going to have to do something on the onClick. All right, so then now what I want to do is I want to make a list of all the possible tags. So I'm going to say const tags equals, so what have we determined is going to be? The role, the level, the languages, and the tools. The role, the level, the languages, and the tools. All right, so we're going to say tags are going to be role, which is a singular, level, which is a singular, and then we're going to say languages and the tools. And so those should be our tags. So then now at the bottom here, we can go ahead and map through our tags. So we can say tags.map for each tag. We want to go ahead and return the tag. Right, there we go. And we're going to pass in tag. And then the key is going to be tag dot. Probably not going to be unique. Okay, that works. So yeah, now we have our tag. And so, okay, good. We have the, oh, okay. Okay, that's probably not the right background color then. That's definitely not the right background color. What color is that? Let's see if there's a, no, there's no design. Or you know what I could do? Just grab that color there. Good. All right, so that's going to be the background color. Okay, awesome. So we have our tags. Not too bad. Go back to the job listings. I'm going to say align items center. Oops, center. And then I'm going to give them a little bit of margin. I'm going to say margin. Okay, cool. So we have our tags now. So looking pretty good. The next thing that we want to do, we want to set up our logic now because we've gone ahead and done, we're pretty much done with the design. A couple things we have to change, like the overflow, you know, other than that, we want to make sure that the actual logic is working. So looking at the design, okay, it looks like this like box comes up with the tag after you've clicked on it. So we want to say on click, when you click on a tag, anything that does not have that tag, disappears. Okay, so basically we want to create a filter on the job listing page, or sorry, on the main page, right? Because we just don't want to display the job listing at all. Okay. Let's do const selected tags and set selected tag. Oops. Set selected tags. State. Good. Okay. So then there are two ways we can handle this. Because we have access to our data, we could create a separate object that's just called tags and make our lives a lot easier. Or we could try and work with what we have and do that. Let's try and work with what we have first and see if we can do that. So we'll say set selected tags equals set selected tags. And that's going to be, we'll bring that into job listing. So then tags, basically we're going to end up passing it down here to the tag. Because, yeah, once you click on the tag, or do we have it in the job listing itself? So we can say, like we have the tags, and then we have, say, const add tag. And we could say take in the tag name, and say set selected. Oh yeah, set selected tags. And actually, I need to pass in selected tags. Okay. There's going to be selected tags is going to be selected tags, comma, tag name. Or I could just do, no, selected tags. We can just say const new tag list equals selected tags, tag name. And then we say selected tags to new tag list, like a string. String is not assignable to parameter. Okay, we're just gonna start this. New tag list. Okay, great. And then we're gonna pass this down in our tags. We'll say add tag. Add tag. So we'll take our tags. We'll say add tag. String. And then on click, oops, out here, we'll say on click, we want to go ahead and add tag and add the tag, whatever that tag is. And in theory, that should work. Okay, so let's see if we can console.log selected tags. Let me see if that works. Okay. Oh, all right. Front end, okay. Front end and HTML. All right, so it's working. We have got an issue with the keys, but other than that, it's working. So good to go. Key is going to be, we'll try that using the index. Okay. And then now, okay, so the tags are being added to the array successfully, so that's good. The next thing we want to do is filter this data for whatever tags are in our selected tags list. So we'll say const filter data. So we're going to say data dot, I think it's dot filter. Can we do, is there a contains? Includes, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. So what I'm thinking is we're going to say data.filter the job, and then job let's say const filtered data, and it's an empty array. So we'll say if job dot role does not equals oh shoot, how we do that? If job dot role data.filter for each job. And then we want to say selected tags dot map for each tag. What if it's getting too complicated? I'm going to say if job.role does not equal to tag, then filtered data dot push job. Else if job dot was role level does not equals to tag, filter data dot push job. Else if job job.languages, else if job.languages not includes, basically. I want to do includes, but not includes. If job.languages includes, if not job.languages dot includes tag, filter data dot push job. And then finally, else if job dot, not dot languages, but dot tools filter data dot push job. Oops, job. Oops. Okay. Well, it's gonna say unnecessary. All right. And then, so that's the map. And then we want to return filtered data. Oh no, that's not right. A. We'll say effect. I'm gonna say that we want to filter data anytime the selected tags change. All right, and then we want to use filter. Oh, that's my bad. We want to say const filtered data set filtered data use state now we want to set filtered data. We're going to change this. Temp jobs, temp filtered array, save that, to temp filtered array. And then we'll say filtered data, I think. Probably just select the tags actually. All right, so then we want to take filtered data and map through that. Make a type here. Say type job. We'll add the ID. Okay, good. All right, so let's try this now. All right, we have no jobs. Let's console.log temp filter array. Let's see what that looks like. All right, empty. Console log job.role, comma, tag. Oh, are we not even getting into there? So we're getting the job, but then if I go here and try and log it again, we're not getting it. Oh, because selected tags doesn't have anything in it. Right. Okay, so what we really need to do is say if selected tags.length is greater than 1, then do this. Else, do that and do this. Yes. Else, actually filter data could just start off as data. No? Okay. Else set filter data to be data. If it's just the types that are throwing us off. Let's do that. All right, so if I take off this. Okay, good. So then front end, full stack. Okay. Midweight, senior, junior. Oh no, it's just making a longer list. All right, so that's not quite what we wanted to happen there. But at least something's happening. So we're part of the way there. All right, so if selected tags.length is greater than 1, if selected tag.length is greater than 0, all right. Okay. How do we get so many different answers? Where are we logging? Let's see where we're logging. Okay, so on line 49, it's a temporary filtered array. We have 10. 10 possible options. I think I clicked on front end. The role is front end. So the role is front end for all of them. No, but the role is full stack for that one, so it should be gone. Okay, so maybe rather than push, it's up. Is it pop? Right. Okay, so if job.role does not equal tag. Oh, and it's doing it for every tag. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little tags list for each of them because that's just going to be way, way easier than trying to collate them. All right, so we're going to say tags. And tags is going to be an array. And it's going to contain anything that we're going to use as a tag. So front end, so it's going to be the role, the level, and the languages and the tools. And that's what we're going to work with, because that's going to be a lot easier than us trying to make this data structure work. Okay, awesome. So now we have our tags for each job. We can basically skip a lot of this filtering stuff to make our lives look like this double filtering. So I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, and then we're going to say, so data.filter through the job, and we're going to say if job.tags includes then we map through the tags. So we say data.filter that, and we say selected tags dot map for each tag name. We'll say if job.tags includes tag name, then simply, what do we do? If job.tags includes tag name, we actually want it. So I think I was doing backwards before. We actually want to show it. Yeah. So we want to say temp filtered array dot push job. And then once we do that, we set that filtered array data dot filter. Outside of that, we want to set the filter data to temp filtered array, and then we want to say if selected tags dot length is greater than 0, then we call filter. Actually, it's probably going to give me an error here. Oh, no, okay. Filter data. All right, what are we getting now? Okay, front end. Awesome. Okay. Same key, okay. Okay, so now it's just making it longer though. That's the issue. It's like just pushing on top of that. Let me see, console.log, filtered array. So we've got it, so it's working with one tag. I want to see if we can do it with 2. If not, well, at least we have it working with 1. Okay. Right, that's on 34. Oh, we have another console log on 52. Okay. Front end, okay. Let me say senior. We get 7. So what do we get in the first? Okay, so it adds 1. Oh, it like doubles the first one. Okay, so then what we can do is we can say that filtered data has to be unique. It's a new set. Yeah, we'll say set filtered data. We'll say const unique filtered data equals new set of filtered data. We'll put that up here. And then we'll map through unique filtered data. Oh, okay, never mind. I feel like this is the right path. Or we just want to say right, because what it's saying here, if I click front end and I click senior, if we go to the data, there's actually probably only one senior. Okay, this is the only one with a senior role. So really, it should just show that one role. So why is it showing more than one? Why is it still showing the rest? Is it not clearing it? I think it's just not clearing it. So thought it would work. No. All right. Oh, no. Well, then it looks like there's more than one. Oh, no. This is the same one. Okay. I wonder why it's not just clearing it. Or maybe it's checking for both of them. So it's checking for front end. Yeah. Okay, that's the issue. Okay. But so far so good. It seems to be working pretty well with just the singular filter. So if you want to just filter for one thing, that seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, I don't want this to drag on too long, but maybe you can do a part 2 where we filter for more than one variable. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to see the rest of the videos in this channel, check out this playlist up here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.